It's so sad I can never read all the books on my TBR list. Well, we could definitely try. Welcome to the series where I try to read every book on my to be read list. I'm starting with 74 books. Some will get added and removed along the way. We'll see where this ends. The first book I've started from my TBR list is The Storm Runner by J.C. Cervantes. You can think of this book as Percy Jackson, but with Mayan mythology. The main character, Zane, suddenly learns that he is to fulfill a prophecy that can destroy the world, and that he is half human and half supernatural. I'm 100 pages in, and we still do not know who the supernatural father is, which is one of the things that I'm hooked on right now. I read for an hour and 18 minutes. I got to page 200 already, but we still do not know who his dad is, so we do not know for sure who his godly parentage is. I will say the suspense, ongoing suspense, is pretty interesting though, not gonna lie, but there are a bunch of other things that are going on too that make me question the other characters. Last night I got to page 300, and today I finished reading The Storm Runner. I don't want to keep comparing it to Percy Jackson, but there were so many similarities that are kind of difficult to ignore, but also a lot of differences, especially with the world building. Like, there's no equivalent to Camp Half-Blood so far. And in theme of a TBR list, is it really a TBR list if you don't keep adding books for no reason? I also checked out the Inheritance games from the library because I found the second book in a little free library, and I read like 2 paragraphs from it and I thought it was pretty funny, so I was like, you know what, let's just read the first one, especially since it is considered a mystery. Mysteries are always fun. It's a good one. Hooray. So I am going to read this one now, and it might slow down the Goodreads TBR list acquisition, but I'm also going to try to read The Red Pony since it is 95 pages. We're going to end tonight with 100 pages in. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes follows Avery Grams as she suddenly inherits $46 billion from Tobias Hawthorne, a man she never knew. In order to keep the inheritance, she needs to live in the Hawthorne mansion for a year. His family, and more notably his 4 grandsons, questions who she really is and any motives. It does shape up to look like a game, specifically a riddle for Avery to solve. I'm really interested in how she will integrate herself with this family. I want to know the obvious mystery of why she was given the main inheritance, but I just hope it's not something simple like, oh, she's secretly related to them. I like Avery as a main character. She's been a quick thinker so far, which is great for the genre. So I just finished the Inheritance games. I want to keep this very spoiler free. This book was similar to the movie Knives Out, if anyone is familiar with it. There are a lot of preppy and academic aesthetics that are mainly not associated with Texas, but this book does take place in Texas, which I thought was kind of funny. As for the mystery, I don't know if it's just me, but the writing has a very good way of planting an idea in your head, and then you think it's related to the mystery, and then it's not, but it is, just in a way you wouldn't expect it. There are still some things that I would say are not completely wrapped up, but there are more books after this one, so that's great. So we started off with 74 books, and then we added 1 book, so it was 75 books. I was able to finish the Inheritance Games, Storm Runner, and then I did read Just Between Us, and then I finished The Red Pony, and that is where we'll end up with episode 1. which was a total of 71 books left on my TBR list.